All right. So is the game audio working? I don't know. I have music disabled. Hey, buddy.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
All right, I'm streaming on the Twitch.
What you streaming?
Space Engineers, man. I got a ship to finish designing. Okay. Let me know when you're on the stream and watching, because I could use some input on this design here.
You're asking the wrong guy. I know jack shit about that game.
Oh, you don't? I thought you played it.
I played it some, but like I don't. I played through the big long tutorial. I played like a game by myself, and I worked on that for a little bit, trying to understand a lot of it. But it was a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. It's
There's a
very true.
lot. It's just there's a lot.
Well, let me know when you're on the stream and I'll walk you through the
Oh,
design
I'm on.
process. Okay, so this is what we got so far, right? Don't mind the big penis attaching it to the ice. But the concept is pretty simple, right? So I built like this platform, right? So this is gonna be the floor levels on the first deck, and kind of shaped out the different compartments that I'm gonna have. And I built this center compartment already, and this is obviously the core of the ship. It's got my gyroscopes and oh gosh, stop, 0. Okay, but it's got my hydrogen tanks and my reactors, storage containers, gyroscopes, the engine. This is like the motor of the ship, right? And I used heavy armor to surround that for the most part. Obviously, it's not completely boxed in, but it'll do because it's going to be surrounded by light armor as well. Um, but I went ahead and did that, so I have to build the ship around the engine basically. Um, and then this rear section, I was thinking about doing a rear hangar, but then I decided to make it an engine compartment instead, because there's going to be a lot of fucking engines to make this ship like actually go. So the thrusters in the back I've laid out like so, and then I'm going to add some atmospheric thrusters as well, facing backwards. And basically, I'm just attaching all of the thrusters in the spots that they're going to be, that would make the ship go. And then I'm going to put a cockpit down and I'm going to test fly it as is, like a skeleton ship, just to see if it functions properly. And then I'm going to build the rest of the ship around it and the weapon systems and all that goody stuff. Um, but I'm having a hard time determining how many thrusters this thing is going to need, because they changed the thruster values a lot since the last time I played. Um,
All of them. That's how many thrusters you need. The answer to that question is always more.
Accurate.
It's like guns and ammo, man. You never have enough.
Yeah. I feel like thrusters aren't strong enough to like support their own weight. Like I feel like the more thrusters I add, the heavier the ship gets, and then like it's just gets slower. Like it doesn't actually do anything to help.
Yeah, it's a real. Oh, your game froze.
It was probably just the stream. Let me know when it comes back.
It may be the stream. You're right. But yeah, it's a real bitch when you realize that, you know, NASA, like when we launched some of the latest rockets, you know, we were coming up with more and more advanced rocket designs all the time, right? More and more advanced technology to go into space. And still, it's like the equivalent of flicking a booger across a room, like in terms of the speed that we're able to achieve and the rate of exploration. It's like ridiculously slow in comparison to the overall. Obviously, the volume of the universe is massive.
Yeah.
So in video game terms, it would be interesting to see how they navigate that in terms of your capacity for maneuver. It'd be kind of cool. Stream is back, by the way.
Okay, cool. The problem is, right? I don't know what parts of the ship, right? I don't know if I want these sides to be accessible, like whether I want that to be a small hangar or something, or if that is just going to be walled off and have like basically
Okay,
just
I don't know
shit
shit
on it.
about designing stuff in this game, but I do understand certain things about logic. So, is this going to be a single player? Like, you're not going to have anybody else working with you?
Well, okay, so this is going to be, I'm designing this to mainly function as a survival solo ship, but
Solo, especially for PvP. You want it to be as minimalist as possible so that, like, you can get to all your interior systems and components and weapons and everything and operate it as efficiently as you can with one person, particularly if you're going to be going up against potential groups of enemies. You want to have something that's going to be functional because you've got to compensate for being one guy. But that just depends. You know, if you get a group of people, then obviously that changes things. But if you're going to be running it solo, you've got to have, and this is just true in anything in terms of strategy and tactics, you've got to have it to be linear and simple enough that you can operate that system effectively against multiple opponents.
yeah.
At
Okay,
least that's how I would assume.
so I'm thinking these side bits here are going to be more engines. I'm going to sink them into the side and just chip away a little bit at the side here to make it a little bit thinner in the middle. And then there won't be like a side compartment here for you to walk around in. There will be a little like service hallway, obviously, so you can get back and repair things from behind without going outside the ship. But I'm gonna make this basically impassable area. This, I think, is gonna be a front hangar. What I think I'm gonna do is have the hangar in the front open on both sides, or maybe the top. Maybe I'll make it open on the top. Yeah.
You know what this ship reminds me of? Reminds me of the first time you ever did a ship build on Halo Reach Forge, and it was basically a Coliseum wall with shade turrets on it.
Yeah.
And then as you get better, obviously, you could design more and more things.
Yeah, I was not very good at first.
I've gotten a lot better at it than I was at first.
Oh, we've all gotten better at Halo or Halo Reach. Get the game right. Okay, so
Yeah. Improved a lot on the forging. I finally got to the point where I could build bases and maps on my own. Took me a long time, but finally got there.
what is above me right here? Uh, shit. No.
So are you in a game by yourself right now?
Yeah, I've just okay. Shit! keep clicking the wrong thing. And it's breaking more things. Okay.
It's unfortunate that you did that.
And literally one misclick made me basically rebuild the entire bottom of this fucking ship. Okay. I wanted to get here. Yeah, okay. Cool. Now I can get this. Turn. There you go. And now I can do a junction there. Junction there. Yeah, and then junction here. Okay. So now that's tubed up. Now I just have to plug some holes that I
Plug some holes, more like plug a lot of holes.
yeah.
That's alright though. If there's a guy I know that's good at plugging holes, it's you, buddy.
Hell yeah, brother. Alright. Gyroscopes, thank you. There we go. Good as new. Okay. So now we've got connection spots at the bottom for guns, which will be handy later. I think I'm gonna drag this along here. Yeah, okay. And we'll hide some more of these bad boys down here. Okay. More gyroscopes is always just good, because as your ship gets heavier, and it will get very heavy, gyroscopes are going to be necessary. A lot of them. Okay, I'll leave it like that for now.
I would just be really worried that like somebody would shoot your ship one time and fuck up some critical component, and then you're just a floating tumble of metal in space.
Yeah, basically. But that's why I armor my things rather what's the word?
Yeah, excessively?
Yeah, excessively. And
I got you. I don't know much about this game, but I can be your personal dictionary.
Like this engine setup here for the thrusters is going to change, just because I don't like to have thrusters touching other thrusters, right? Because if they destroy this one, it's going to break that one and these two as well, because it's touching them and it's going to deform and blow up. So then it'll fuck these up. So I'm going to put smaller thrusters in the middle and then a row of armor. And the same here. I'm probably going to put smaller thrusters touching this one and then a row of armor here, because this outside one needs to be by itself in case we're getting shot from the side. And then these panels are going to stick out a lot further as well. To just like, basically the engines are going to be recessed into armor. And I need more side thrust, and I need some up thrust, and I need forward facing. So I think
If there's anybody I know that's good at generating up thrust, it's you, buddy.
hell yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna do something along these lines with
That joke was not PG-13.
Not at all.
No, not at all. I don't know, man. Sometimes in life you just need to generate thrust. It's alright. It happens.
Yeah,
It's an adult world out there sometimes.
does happen. Okay, so we're gonna have engines up here in their own little bays, and then the cockpit is gonna be down here, like in the middle. And this will serve as armor for the cockpit as well, which will be cool. How do I want to...
I would probably just me personally. I would probably want a ship that's as small as it can be while still being functional, just so it's much harder to hit.
Well,
Because no matter how big you make it, if you're going up against a large group of players with a big ship, you're fucked.
Here's the thing about it is this thing is going to be loaded with turrets, right?
Right.
So
Hopefully.
missiles are not going to hit this ship because my turrets are going to be set to basically be ADS systems.
Point defense.
Yeah. And then my missile turrets will dish out some pain, but I'm also going to have enough Gatling turrets on the ship to tear things apart. So missiles I'm not too worried about. It's the turret machine gun fire. And the way I'm setting up my armor, I shouldn't have a whole lot of issues with it because it's very directional rather than punching holes in the ship. It's like, it targets vital things that it can see, like this thruster, right? So when it's done, they'll be able to shoot it from the bottom front, all the way to here. But like once they get to this point, they can't shoot that anymore, so they'll retarget to like this one. So, and there's going to be more shit here. So basically, as a ship passes me, their turrets are going to not know what to shoot at the way I'm going to separate everything and armor it so that, they basically have sight line on one thing for just a second and then they'll change to something else. So everything will get dinged a little bit, and then rather than just getting focused down and obliterated.
Attempting to spread the damage, eh?
Yeah. Okay. And then okay. And I'm just trying to shape everything out, and then, alright, so cockpit will be like in there. That'll be like the main bridge right in the front, and it'll be decently hard to shoot into. Yeah. Okay. Now we want these. And obviously this is not going to be the final look. I know this shit is ugly right now, but it's fine.
Hell, you could dress it up to look like a pig and I wouldn't know it's ugly or not. I hadn't played the game enough to know the difference.
Fuck. Okay. I don't like this little angle here. Come on. Okay, there we go. Shit. I don't know. This is kind of ugly. Whatever. I'll make it pretty later.
Pretty is fine, but functional is final. Always remember. Shit can look nice, but that doesn't really matter as long as it does the job.
Yeah, that's the whole idea behind this ship anyway, is just being really
You know what? It'll
functional.
definitely look like shit if it's not built right and then the enemy blows it to pieces. That's what you worry about. You worry about keeping it in one piece, so they'll worry about making it look pretty by putting decorations in the form of bullet holes all over the bulkheads.
Yeah. Okay. And then I think I want hmm. Oh shit. No, let's not do that. Oh god. Oh, okay. Alright. So this right here, this is gonna be the lowest like flat level on the ship, right? So everything below that, any blocks that are attached to the ship below that are either gonna be guns or decoration. Or thrusters, obviously. But yeah. So that'll be like the lowest. Anything goes, which is good. And the same goes for this, right? This will be the highest flat layer on the ship. So are you starting to see kind of how the shape of it is going to be? Can you envision
Oh yeah,
that?
yeah, to an extent, sure. Even though, again, for someone who knows next to nothing, but yeah.
Hmm. Idea. There's the bridge is going to be there. So I could do, there's three options for this big area in between the thrusters up here. I can A, put more thrusters there, forward facing, to slow the ship down really well. B, I can put those thrusters somewhere else and use this as a hangar entrance, like a big hangar door here, to get down here to the hangar. Or C, I can make a giant wall of rockets as my frontal ordnance. My front-facing ordnance for the ship. What do you think? What do you think? Guns, a hangar door, or thrusters?
I mean, if you're asking me to choose between guns and anything else, my answer is pretty much going to be the same no matter what I try to do.
All right, guns it is. Okay, and we'll do this number. There we go. And then there'll be guns there. Cargo container can go. Oh fuck yes. That's gonna be awesome. Dude, imagine, right, standing in the bridge as you send out rockets from that. You see the rockets leaving right above your head, you know? He's fucking looking out at an enemy spaceship and
Rockets
then
are always pretty
rockets
nice.
just fucking obliterate your enemies. Um, okay. I'm thinking right here. Yep. Yep. Okay. Um, we'll do junctions. There we go. That stuff's tubed up. We do a top hangar door, I think we do. Do we even make a hangar? No. No hangar. There's not really enough room here for a hangar. I mean, I might be able to put one fighter in here, but I think instead I'm going to make this an escape pod area, so I'll just put one escape pod on either side. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That way you can run the fuck away if you need to. You still there, big guy?
Oh yeah, buddy.
What are you doing?
I'm watching you, but it's frozen at the moment.
Oh, how long has it been frozen?
15, 20 seconds.
It's a pretty horrifying noise for one little block falling.
Well, I'm gonna leave the stream and join it again because it's been frozen for about a minute now. I'll be back. It unfroze there for a second and then froze again. No, it's definitely frozen. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'll keep watching it for a minute.
Alright, well, let me see if I can fix it. Alright, try it now. See if that is any better. I'm not actually on the game yet. There. Is it still froze?
10-4 rubber chicken.
So it is. Shit, I don't